M. Fletcher Brown with another artist video blog at KIX96country.com. Our guest today, all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, by way of the great state of Georgia. Please welcome Jacob Bryant to KIX96 Country. Jacob, how are you?
Thanks for having me.
All right, so Jacob, we've actually talked a lot before the camera started rolling. I've gotten to know you a little bit, but I want to introduce you to all the folks at KIX Country. First of all, I just want to tell you, if you're a fan of real, like, that kind of, I don't even know really how to describe it. It's like just good traditional sounding country music, you know, but kind of with that outlaw edge. I think somebody actually said that your music sounded like a cross between Eric Church, Leonard Skinner, and Brantley Gilbert, all kind of pushed in together. But you kind of have this. There's this whole beautiful you that's behind all of that. That just makes the first few chords of your current single, "Pour Whiskey on My Grave." Just, I have to hear this song. All right. So now that's how other people looking at Jacob Bryant from the outside. How does Jacob Bryant look at Jacob Bryant?
I'm just Jake, man. I like picking guitar and having a good time. I grew up playing music on the porch with my grandparents, playing bluegrass music and stuff. And then, you know, like you said, I definitely have a more traditional voice, but the sound that I've kind of created over the years is definitely some Skinner and some Blackberry Smoke, Travis Tritt, Brantley, kind of, you know, a lot of that. I mean, Brantley was kind of one of the ones I was looking up to, you know, when I was 15 or 16 or so, because he was pushing the envelope of country at that time in the rock form, you know. And I ended up, you know, as I got older, I ended up watching some of these, you know, underground outlaw guys like Sturgill Simpson and, you know, Brent Cobb and all these guys, man. I don't know. I just kind of infused it all with a traditional voice over top of some Southern rock outlaw music.
So that's kind of your approach to just your style of music, of country music, is sort of a blending of that roots country that you love so much, that you grew up on, but also with a flavor that is contemporary enough to just sound perfect alongside contemporary artists like Eric Church and Brantley Gilbert. You know.
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff on the new record that'll be coming out later this year that it'll touch everybody. And like I mentioned Travis Tritt a second ago, one thing I loved about him growing up was, you know, you'd hear a blues song, then you'd hear a Southern rock song, then you'd hear a love country song, you know, whatever. So I try to put something on my album that's kind of there for everybody. You know, I don't want to just be that artist that sings Southern rock or just be that artist that sings just country or whatever. I'm going to play music that I love, and I hope other people love, and just kind of stick true to that.
All right. Well, let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning of Jacob Bryant's story. Jasper, Georgia. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Just a little north of Atlanta. Talk to us about how you found music, or did music find you?
Music definitely found me. My grandparents had a bluegrass band, as I say, and they'd sit on the front porch, and there's pictures of me with like a Mickey Mouse guitar trying to play when I was little. But when I was around 8, 9 years old, my dad had got me a guitar when we were on vacation in Florida. He bought me a guitar at a pawn shop, and I never put it down. It was just one of them things, and actually ended up in praise and worship music for a little while. And then, you know, a little bit on down the line, my mom passed away, and kind of went into a little spiral there for a minute, and kind of came out of the Christian music into the more bar scene. And did some things I wasn't real proud of there for a little while, but I got it all under control now, and we're having a good time and trying to tell a story.
Well, I was just going to say, it sounds like you have an actual story to tell. You know, you've taken a trip, a journey, and that's going to come out in your music. Yeah. So, all right, let's talk about the music. Let's talk about the album, the current single, "Pour Whiskey on My Grave."
Yes, sir.
Now we sat here yesterday and we listened to the song, and it was one of those. It was like, okay, let's see, "Pour Whiskey on My Grave." What an interesting title. Click play, and it's like, wow, wow. All right,
so you dug it. You liked
it?
I
did like it. I was like, but it's one of those, like I said, it just kind of reaches out and it kind of grabs you. It kind of grabs you and says, "Listen to me." Yeah. So talk to us about "Pour Whiskey on My Grave." What is that song? And I mean, that's one that you wrote?
No, actually, no. A good buddy of mine, Jamie Grooms, and Marty Brown. I don't know if you remember Marty Brown from the early
We know
90s,
Jamie Grooms. We know
really?
Jamie. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, Jamie and were playing Riders Round. I'd never met him, you know, and he was sitting to the left of me, and we both kind of got through on this Riders Round by happenstance. But anyway, he gets up there, he don't say nothing to nobody. You know, Jamie is kind of quiet. And I was like, I looked at my manager, I was like, this guy kind of looks like he'd be an asshole. but anyway, long story short, he
Jamie, I'm not going to say anything.
No, he knows this story.
I was like, I'm not going to say anything.
He knows this story, but anyway, what it was is me and him both were hungover, and we didn't want to talk to nobody. So anyway, he goes off into this song, and I just kind of got captivated by it because the title "Pour Whiskey on My Grave." Me and my mom, once again, go back to that, were very close, and we were like beer drinking buddies on the weekends. We'd sit around and drink beer and have a bonfire, and it wasn't like she was my mom; she was just one of my good friends. So anyway, I always go to her gravesite and pour a beer out on her birthday, and I drink a beer or whatnot. So that song, as soon as he started singing it, I looked at my manager right after I just called Jamie an a-hole, and I told him I wanted to cut this song. So now me and Jamie are really good friends, and we've actually written some more songs. And a song I wrote with him is actually the title track going on my new album.
Well, Jamie, my favorite song of yours is still "Cash Crop." But
oh man, that is a good one.
That's a great song.
That one and. I'm leaving you for him.
See, we've got to get Jamie back. You guys got to come back and hang out with Jamie, because like I said, Jamie's an old friend. We love to get him back. You actually have made quite a name for yourself. You've toured with Corey Smith. We talked a little bit about Kane Brown, current country artist Kane Brown, but you're basically forging your way through. With this album, talk to us a little bit more about this whole album and what's on it. Do you have any songs on it that you've written, or
is
this all mostly you? Or?
Yeah, most of it. Yes, I mean I picked, I don't know, what 3 or 4 songs that I didn't write, just because I would love to be able to write every song on an album, but I'm one of those writers like. There's writers that can just write every day, but I have to have something in me to write about. Gotcha. I can't just sit there and write about Dr. Seuss. I need something to happen or something to write about, and so I don't ever like to force a song. So I just go looking for something that I need, for the album, and I ended up finding that. I don't know if you've heard of a guy named Wyatt McCubbin.
The name escapes me now.
He's from up in, I think, Ohio, but he's dating actually Mo Pitney's sister.
Okay.
But anyway, I had heard him on Facebook, just a viral video, and I ended up actually cutting 2 of his songs. And then, like I said, I wrote some with Jamie, and man, it's a pretty cool collaboration. I ended up, this year getting a cut on Luke Combs' album as well, and if he wouldn't have cut that song, that would probably be my single right now. But no, I don't know, man. I would just say that, like I said, this album it's one thing Brantley, I've heard him say this before, is every song he writes is like a chapter in his life. He's always said that. And me, I've kind of never put it in chapters. I'm more of like a little bit of an open book, and with no filters and anything like that. It's all just kind of laid out there. So there's songs in there talking about cocaine abuse and anything from that to sitting on the side of the bed with a Bible praying, and trying to get closer to God again. So it goes from one end of the spectrum to the other real fast, for sure.
I totally understand that. Jacob Bryant is our guest. The single is "Pour Whiskey on My Grave." The album it's out, right?
No,
the album. So
the single's out. We're releasing probably 2 more singles before the album comes out. It'll be out fall probably. Something like that. So we're actually in the process of shopping this album. So that's why we're holding off a little bit. But we're trying to get one of them big boys behind it. You know what I mean?
Hey, big boys. Trust me, you're going to want to hear his live rendition of "Pour Whiskey on My Grave." Look for that elsewhere here on our YouTube channel. If folks are looking for you on the internet, where do they find you?
JacobBryantMusic.com. It'll have all the, click things. I'm not real good with
all those links.
Them link things, man. The little logos they click to go to Instagram, FaceTube, and all that.
FaceTube.
FaceTube, yeah. That's what my Uncle Diamond calls it. Had to get that pun in there.
You can find them on your Wi-Fi.
On your Wi-Fi, yeah.
In your house, in your Wi-Fi.
FBI surveillance, man. That's what mine says. I was trying to freak my aunt out. She likes to partake of a little pot every now and then. I was trying to freak her out with the FBI surveillance ban on the Wi-Fi.
Jacob Bryant, find him JacobBryantMusic.com. Look for him on social media, and "Pour Whiskey on My Grave" is the single. You want to hear it, be sure to call KIX96. We'll be happy to play for it. Jacob,
thanks, man.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you next time on another artist video blog at KIX96country.com.